All right, so Stanley Johnson has something to say about Greg Popovich. I don't know what this is. This is my first time listening to it, my first time watching it. But big shout out to Noah Magaro for posting it because he's awesome and he is a friend of the channel. We've had him on quite a few times. Or no, not quite a few, maybe 2 times. I might have had Noah on. He's great though, very insightful, knows exactly what he's talking about. The guy knows basketball. But also shout out to Nicholas Watson for actually sending this to me or tagging me in it and said, what do you think? So I'll tell you what I think about it.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, so I say this 50 million times a video, but guys, listen. If you got anything that you want to show me, you can just tag me, like literally just tag me on Twitter, tag me on Instagram, or send it to me directly on Twitter or directly on Instagram, and I should see it. I'll more than likely see it if it's on Twitter though, because I got way too many followers on Instagram. Not to brag, it's hard to keep up sometimes. So just show me something on Twitter and show some for me, and I'll take a look. You guys want to support the channel, clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description, or become a patron or YouTube member, only $2 per month. And if you don't want to do any of that, just subscribe and like the video, and that will suffice. All right, so let's take a look here. Usually when people talk about Popovich, is something positive, especially like players that's been coached by Pop. I haven't heard anything really negative, other than Steven Jackson saying something to Robert Ory, both of which have been really petty and very strange. But for the most part, people are pretty positive when it pertains to Pop. So let's go ahead and listen to this. Let's bring this on up. All right, what do you have to say?
You were with San Antonio last year.
Last year, yeah.
Talk about Greg Popovich, man. Talk about being coached by, is he the GOAT?
Yeah, duh.
GOAT coach? Shit.
It's an argument.
He's definitely up there.
I would say it was definitely
because it had to be completely different from everything
It had to be.
Nah.
Really?
It wasn't that much different. It was pure.
Yeah.
I like that. Hold on, I like where this is going.
It was pure.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love being coached by him.
Yeah.
It was tough, but I love this game so much. And even when I was wrong, I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed having that pure of basketball.
Honesty. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
From everything.
Mm-hmm.
How on time are you? What do you do in the game? How do you think the game? Doing the right things. Like not making it all X and O's all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just me and you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just
That's
here.
dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just y'all figure it out.
I'm loving it so much,
And
guys.
I just love his passion for it. I love the attention he puts in it. I love how when he comes in the room, everybody's attention elevates.
Yep.
Everybody's care point elevates.
Mm.
You know, who doesn't want to play in the finals? Like, who doesn't want to be coached by the best?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it definitely has helped my career.
Yeah.
Especially, going forward, you're just confident in certain things, things that, traditionally, because no matter what you say, people will say, I'll be able to say, there is bad coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's not be surprised.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. So some of this shit, you get bad information and you just feel, you start playing different, you feel different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So just hear from him and having that staff around me for that time, it was a blessing and I really enjoyed it.
For sure.
That was wonderful. That was great. Okay. All right. My thoughts. I don't really have anything to add. I've been saying this for so long, and other Spurs fans say it too. Hey, you know what? Some Spurs fans are salty for other reasons when it comes to Pop, and I don't really care about you that much. I'll be real with you. Popovich as a coach is the best that we'll ever see, and I feel like people need to really take heed to that and stop being so quick to put your own personal biases into it that you want Popovich to leave. It's a small section of Spurs fans, and they really came out the woodworks when we weren't winning over the past few seasons, where they're just like, oh, well, Popovich, he can't win without the big three. It's like, are you even a Spurs fan? Are we on the same team here? Because Popovich, just as a person. It seems like he connects with his players on deeper levels. It's not just about, like Stanley Johnson said, the X's and O's. He's constantly talking about other things that does not pertain to basketball to end up getting the most purest version of basketball. One thing that I always go back to, or one thing that always comes to my mind, is how DeMar DeRozan, hello kitty, it's my cat, look at her. Hey Mikasa, you all right? You okay? What's wrong? I'm giving the people too much attention? I'll give you some more attention. I'm sorry. But anyways, yeah, like one thing that I always go back to is how DeMar DeRozan, when he played for the Spurs, he said, hey, this was huge. Like Pop does so much small things. Like he called him like a godfather. And he was like, he had us watch a movie that was about penguins just so we could sit back and recognize how they play together as a team and how they have a common goal and they achieve that goal. And it seemed like it resonated with him. And he just does those small things where I think is huge for a team. And it's even bigger as far as what he teaches people once they leave basketball. And one thing that Pop has said, and this is another thing too, like while we love winning basketball, right? We love the Spurs winning championships. We want to be back in the playoffs. We want to make things happen. But that's really a byproduct of Popovich as a person and as a coach. Because even Popovich said himself that the biggest joy that he gets out of basketball isn't the championships, actually. He loves to win because he's competitive, but it's really not even the wins. What he gets out of it is when guys develop and they get to leave and they get to take care of their families. And you don't get a guy like this, dude. We really need to cherish the fact that we got Pop, because this is not normal. Most coaches in the NBA don't care like that. They just don't care. And this is an argument that I constantly use is, and people might disagree with me this, and it's fine. If you say that I'm wrong, I won't argue with it because he is great too. But like Phil Jackson, when you compare Phil to Pop, it's something about Phil that's just gross to me. Like there's things that he's done in his career that was just weird to me. Like how on his way out, his Lakers literally tried to injure the Dallas Mavericks. Like it was like, okay, that's kind of gross. Or how when Popovich won his first championship, he basically said, oh, that doesn't count. That short season, it doesn't even count. Like he seems so bitter inside. And I just don't know, like in the long scheme of things, how he'll be viewed by like players far in the future. You know, I feel like with Pop, people will always talk highly of Pop, at least guys that played with him, coached with him and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure how that would go with Phil, but honestly, he's a phenomenal coach too. All those championships he got, like I can't argue with that. But you know what I'm saying. Hopefully you guys get what I'm saying when I say this. Like it is, sometimes it does come back down to the person. And I think Popovich, as Stanley Johnson said, is just pure. It's just pure. And the only people that says something weird about Pop is literally like two people. I mean, it's like two people. I mean, I can't even say DeJounte Murray because we can add him in there. Steven Jackson, Robert Horry, which Robert Horry stuff is really petty. I don't even know if we want to count him. But Steven Jackson been the most vocal one on saying screw Pop, while also saying that he helped him in his career. Very strange. And DeJounte Murray, I mean, he said Pop plays these mind games, but he hasn't really gone super far in talking trash about Pop, so I won't even like pretend like DeJounte has done that. So it's just it's rare. Every single person that's come across him has said that he's great, and that's what I'm basing it off of. Not only from my obvious bias view from all the interviews that I've seen from Pop, you know, how he interacts with his players, not just that, but also the fact that every single person that's played with him or coached with him has basically said like, yeah, he's legit. So I don't know. I love this. This got me excited every single time. Any topic on Pop, I'm for it. So once again, big shout out to, let me bring you up again. Big shout out to Nicholas for tagging me in this. And once again, like if you guys got anything that you want to tag me in, you want me to look at or go over, please do. Just tag me, man. Send it to me directly. It's all good. And big shout out to Noah. He's great, man. I love Noah. Follow Noah, please. Go follow. Oh, he follows me too. Of course he does. I'm great too. All right. Love you, Noah. Love. Okay, Mikasa, can you? I'll get with you guys later.